In today's video, I'm going into detail about 3 main secrets that you need to integrate into your Kindle Direct Publishing and Audible ACX businesses to hypercharge your sales in Q4. What is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Dane, and on this channel I talk all about self-publishing books on Amazon, online entrepreneurship, and just lifestyle in general. So if that kind of thing interests you, make sure you subscribe, drop a like on the video, and hit the notification bell so you know when I post new videos. In today's video, I'm going into detail about 3 secrets that not a lot of people are currently taking to the full advantage when it comes to their Kindle Direct Publishing and Audible ACX businesses, especially as we move into Q4 of this year. Okay, and everyone knows Q4 is the big time of the year for sales when it comes to any online business, especially on Amazon. So in this video, I want to break down these 3 main secrets plus a bonus secret at the end for you guys to start integrating into your businesses and start getting crazy amounts of sales. Because honestly, these 3 secrets can get you thousands, and I actually mean it when I say it, thousands of book sales throughout the Q4 months on Amazon. I'll put up some of my previous months in Q4 sales numbers just so you can see how much money you can generate during Q4 on Amazon. So without further ado, let's jump into my computer. Let's talk about these secrets. So secret number 1, as you can see on screen here, is focus on mid-content books. So you're probably wondering, if you're not aware, what are mid-content? You've probably heard of high content, which are like 25,000 or more word books. And then there's low content, which are like word searches or journals, things without any real writing in them, but more like just game books almost, I guess you could say. There's definitely other options, other examples, but that's kind of what I can think of off the top of my head. But mid content are those books that are around like the maybe 7,500 to 15,000 word mark. So let's talk about those. You need to take advantage of these if you're not taking advantage of them already. They sell like crazy in Q4. So let me give you some examples. So some examples of niches that these books work really well in Q4 are seasonal holiday kind of niches. So like Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, etc. As you can see on the right here, Thanksgiving jokes for kids is a very popular term when it comes to the month of November, because in the US, that's when they have Thanksgiving. Or laugh out loud Christmas jokes for kids. So another example of a book that does really well in the months of November and December is this book right here, because parents are buying presents for their kids. What's better than buying a laugh out loud joke book for your kid for Christmas in December? Trust me, they sell like wildfire. It's insane. So these kinds of books sell insanely well in Q4, and for kids, they can also work, but also for adults, okay? So there's different options you can make them for. So I've seen activity books for adults based on like Christmas or even Halloween. I know it kind of sounds crazy, but they work for kids and adults, so don't just like narrow this down to kids. It works for both adults and kids. And you can make paperbacks, ebooks, and audiobooks out of these books, which is the best part, because when it comes to low content books, typically they don't really work in audiobook format. You wouldn't have an audiobook about a word search. But mid content, you could 100% have a mid content book in audiobook format. You could have a joke book in audiobook format, no problem. So that's why I like these books so much, and they just sell like insane in Q4. Other examples could be like storybooks, game books, cookbooks. I'd also consider a mid-content book. Even though some of them have tons and tons of words, I consider the style of that book kind of like a mid-content book, which is an example of a book that would work for adults as mid-content in Q4. Moving into number 2 here, it is maximizing your book reviews with Bookbite. All right, and I'll talk about what Bookbite is in just a second, but in general, book reviews are like the number 1, like most important thing to have on your book when it comes to getting sales. The more credibility your book has, the more social proof your book has, the more that people see other people are enjoying your book with positive reviews, the more likely you're going to get sales. Okay, it's just a compounding snowball effect, especially when you do things with reviews. You get 10, turns into 20, turns into 50, turns into 100. Things start to sell way more when you have more reviews, okay? Tell me the last time you bought a product online without reading the reviews first, okay? It's probably unlikely unless it was under like $10. So when people buy books, they are looking at those reviews and they want to know if they are a good book before they make the purchase. One thing that I want to recommend you guys to is give bookbite.co a try, all right? There'll be a link in the description down below. It's a brand new platform that's all about getting reviews for your books. I'm going to give you 4 of the main things that make Bookbite different from all the other platforms out there, because believe me, I've tried a lot and a lot of them do everything kind of okay. The thing about Bookbite is it does like everything all in one place very, very well. That's why I like it so much. So let me tell you exactly some of the things that stand out to me about Bookbite. One thing is its request to review feature. Okay, so this will really help with the quality of reviews that you receive, as you are able to filter out people that you allow to read and review your book. So when you post your book on the Bookbite platform to get reviews from other people, in order for those people to review your book, they first have to submit 4 screening questions that you can view and make sure that that person looks like the right person for your book. So if someone's putting like spacebar answers for all 4 of those answers, you're probably gonna say decline and don't let them review it. But if someone gives you some thorough answers, they like the topic, they're like, yeah, I'm gonna read through this, probably show my kids, whatever, then it's probably like, yeah, that seems like the right person to allow to review my book. And this leads to higher quality reviews, which leads to more sales. Secondly, it's an all-in-one platform, okay? Not only does it cater to books, so ebooks and paperback books on the KDP platform, but it also caters to audiobooks, all right? And this is something that's absolutely massive, because everywhere else you look, there's not really a platform that, 1, even handles audiobooks, but 2, handles both audiobooks and paperbacks, ebooks, all in one place. So that's why I love Bookbite. It is basically the only place that you can do this. So that's why I like it so much. Plus, you can also use it to get reviews on low content. So even if you're someone who's not wanting to do the mid content, like I talked about prior, you can use it to get reviews on your low content books as well, which is something that nowhere else really offers. Third is it has personalized options. Okay, so for example, the ability to choose which Amazon marketplace you want unverified reviews to appear on, and also a way to get reviews via free book promotion. So if you're someone who has a lot of sales that come from the Canadian or the UK markets, you can choose on Bookbite which market you want your book to get that review on. So that's something very cool. Finally, on this list, Bookbite offers monthly payment options. Okay, there's no need to pay a big lump sum up front to use the platform for an entire year if you don't want to. Okay, and a lot of the other platforms, they only allow you to pay 1 payment upfront for the entire year, which can be expensive. So with Bookbite, you can actually pay just monthly payments, which is a nice separator from the other ones. So if you guys want to give Bookbite a try, there is, like I said, a link in the description. You can click it and it will let you get a 14-day free trial to give it a try, see if you like it. And if you continue on it, then the plans are super, super affordable, starting at around $19.99 per month. And as a full disclosure, I am an affiliate for Bookbite, but I wouldn't talk about any platform the way I'm talking about Bookbite right now if I haven't tried it and tested it out myself. I think it's an amazing platform, and it's years ahead of the other platforms out there that also offer review services. So this one is the one to try. Give it a click in the link down below and give it a try. So finally, the third secret on this list is outcompete others with optimized listings. All right, and this is something that should seem pretty obvious, but people just overlook this all the time. They wonder why their books aren't selling. This is usually why when I look at books, okay? So here's a few things that you need to consider when it comes to having a highly optimized book listing. So have a highly targeted and keyword rich title. Okay, it's so important to have sub keywords, your main keyword, all in your title, so when people are searching on Amazon, they can find your book with ease. Also have a value and sales driven book description. Having a book description that just says, this is what my book is about, please buy it, it's not going to work. Okay, you have to have like bullet points going into detail about certain things your book has to offer, and also a CTA at the end, which I'll show you in just a second. Also need an eye-catching cover. This is probably the most obvious one, but people still don't do it, so I got to mention it. It needs to stand out against your competitors. So if you're scrolling through Amazon and you're on a page with your keyword and you see a bunch of other books around your book, and every other book has like this bright orange cover, bright blue cover, it's not always good to have a bright colored cover. Maybe you want your book to have a black or a white cover so that when people are scrolling, it's like, oh, this one's a different one, and they want to click it and take a look at it compared to all the other ones which have bright colors. So make sure you're basing the color of your book cover off of not just it being this loud, look at me attention grabber, but also comparing it to other competitors and seeing how you can make yours stand out from others is very, very important. And finally, utilizing A+ content is also very, very important. If you don't know what that is, I'll show you what it is in just a second. So here is an example of a listing that I tend to use quite a bit because it just kind of checks all the boxes that I just went through. And it's this beginner's guide to raising chickens, how to raise a happy backyard flock, raising chickens guide. So you can see that her title is very optimized. It's focusing on her main keyword, but it also has this raising chickens guide, raise a happy backyard. She's getting backyard in there, guide, raising, beginners. All those keywords are playing into her ranking very high on the search terms. When people search up raising chickens, people might search up raising chickens guide, people might search up beginner's guide to raising chickens. She's popping up for all of those. So that's what a good optimized title looks like. Her cover, very, very good. If you look up raising chickens on Amazon, hers definitely stands out. It's kind of different because all the other ones use actual pictures. Hers is kind of a drawing picture, and it's got this massive chicken on it. So it's definitely gonna pop. Her description has a hook, it has different bullet points, it also has a CTA at the end, so that's all stuff that's checking the boxes like I mentioned. And then also she has very good, very highly optimized A+ content, eye-catching, very clean, very professional, has a mock-up of her book, has some key points, what you can expect in the book. All that stuff kind of plays into a successful A+ content for a book. So this is a good one if you want to go look it up and get an idea for how you should maybe format your book listing. Finally, let's talk about the bonus on this list for the secrets for Q4, and that is publishing your books ahead. Okay, so this one should be obvious. And I talked about this one last year in my video, but I want to mention it again because this always falls through the cracks with people. They just get too overwhelmed and then they lose track of time. So lots of people wait around too long and then it's too late when it comes to publishing in Q4. So get your books published for Q4 in early September. This is a bit late now because I'm publishing this video, so even I'm a bit late on the video. So bit of a hypocrite here, but if you are planning to do well in Q4, it's usually good to get your book published in September. October isn't too late. Most of the selling goes on in November and December, so you're not too late, so don't worry about that too much. But to be very safe every year, it's usually good to get them live in September. And if they're already live, it's time to start spending time on, or spending more money on Amazon ads. Okay, so if it gets to around October, that's when you're probably gonna wanna start raising your budgets, paying a little bit more on your bids so you can outrank others, because Q4 is the most competitive time on Amazon, especially when it comes to Amazon ads. And finally, it's crucial you start early so you can secure high rankings, okay? The whole moral of this story here with publishing early is to get your book ranking higher so that you can get more organic sales, because you can't rely solely on Amazon ads during Q4 because they can get expensive. So the main thing that I usually suggest is getting them early in September or October, getting your ads going and getting those things ranking as soon as you can so that in November and December you have some organic rankings for some of your main keywords and you can take advantage of all the sales. So guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you haven't yet and you're someone who's brand new to self-publishing, I do have a 100% free Facebook community, and this screenshot is very old. It says 2.5K members. There's actually over 10,000 members in there now. So if you want to join a thriving community with a bunch of other self-publishers where you can ask questions and get to know other people, this is the perfect place. And also, when you join this group, you're gonna get my 5-step guide to getting started with self-publishing, which is the perfect guide to getting started if you're someone who's brand new and you don't know where to start. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, I do post videos about self-publishing, online entrepreneurship, and just lifestyle every other week or so. So if that's something that you're interested in, again, make sure you subscribe, drop a like on the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when I post new videos. That's pretty much it for this one, guys, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? Peace.